Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch is a lovely piece from 2024 from Ming. This is the 37.09 Bluefin. A great way to name a dive watch after one of the most expensive fish, pound for pound, one can buy. It is a luxury product through and through. It's also a lot of fun, ergonomically excellent, and wears its 600-meter carapace with grace. Because it is only 38 in diameter, 13.2 thick, and 44.8 lug-to-lug, with a 20mm spacing in between the lugs, so both men and women can dive with this friendly diver. The strap is rubber, although it has the feeling of silicone because it's particularly velvety. You can see it fits well. The lugs are tightly curved, they're short across the wrist, and I could recommend this watch for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. On my 16-centimeter wrist, you can see the enormous amount of clearance I have on each side, and unlike most divers, this is thin enough that with a sloped flank it will actually fit under a dress cuff. Taking a look at the strap, you can see it's got a curved spring bar here, so the lugs can be drilled close to the case, so we get this very tight, close-coupled look for aesthetics. There's a little bit of a character line molded in. You can see in profile it is quite thick. We also have pull-tab spring bars, so you can pop the strap off without tools. You can see underneath it hasn't been gouged or scored, and then up top, likewise, rolling around to the buckle, Ming doesn't overlook anything. You can see it's got this lovely sort of counterweighted balance design, and there's a combination here of polish and satin and then inside media blast, but also note the two different anchoring points for the straps. You can move the spring bar in and out as a micro adjustment in case you find yourself in between sizes with the holes. The case band is simple and clever. We have this lovely sort of sculpted case flank where the lugs flare at all four corners, then tuck into a satinated curvature from end to end. We have a little bit of an outcropping of the polished and rounded bezel, and then we have two different crowns. One of them can be operated underwater, and it actuates the 60-click internal rotating dive bezel. You don't pull this out, you don't manipulate it like that. This one right here is a screw down that allows you to do basically two things. One is wind the watch. Power reserve is 50 hours, and then you've got a hacking seconds function, so you can set the watch to a reference time. Now, there's a little red collar in there, so you can see when that crown has been unscrewed, so you don't wind up getting caught out and unintentionally drowning your watch. Lots to see on the dial. You can see the primary dial features engravings and then an infill underneath, so the Ming logo as well as the time scale, at least the upper time scale, on the inside of the crystal. We'll do a quick lume shot right here. Combination of X1 Luminova and High Ceram, which is ceramic and Luminova combined. You can see that the scale for the bezel is actually a substructure, and then the rest of the calibrations, the rest of the dial scale, is a substructure underneath the upper crystal. Now we'll go back for a moment. By the way, note all three hands loomed, so you can see that your dive watch is running in the dark. Every dive watch should have a loomed seconds hand, and not all of them do, so Ming is doing things the right way. Metallization has been used on the lower plane of the dials. There's a second sapphire underneath the hands, and that sapphire has been metallized blue to keep with the theme of Bluefin. Taking a close look, you can see that detailing, as always with Ming, is exceptional. And although these were not monstrously expensive watches, the attention to detail imparts the feel of a much more expensive timepiece. Out back, we have a movement based on the Sellita SW300, and that in turn based on the ETA 2892, and what we'll do here is we will stop the balance and demonstrate that we do have a hacking seconds function, 4 Hz beat rate, 50-hour power reserve, blackened bridges, custom decorated, and also slightly skeletonized from Ming along with the barrel cover. It is a good-looking movement. You can see that this is 316L steel, 600 meters water resistant, and Ming has tested these past the rated dive depth to make sure that there is a huge margin of error built into that. Comfortable, handsome, memorable, scarce, and reasonably affordable for a luxury product. This is a dive watch that has everything going for it. Ming is also a fun character, a guy who started as a photographer and a watch collector and enthusiast before he decided to design watches, and he does a good job at it since this was the 2024 GPHG Sports Watch Prize winner as a dive watch. So reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details. One last little detail with Ming. Yes, the dial is loomed, but so is the crown that operates the internal rotating bezel.